Hello, my name is Cedric Hamilton. I've been happily married for over 8 years with three beautiful kids, two girls and one boy, ages 19, 14, and 8. I want to briefly tell you a little bit about myself. I was formerly employed at Southern Cotton Oil in Memphis, Tennessee. I was a purchasing manager responsible for the daily ordering operations of the processing plant. Mostly order things like parts, safety equipment, everything that actually helped the company to run on a daily basis. I was employed there for 15 long years. Very challenging job, but I had fun. I want to give you a brief description on working as a team. I had the privilege this year to work with our annual Christmas basket donation for the city of Memphis. Each year, the city gives out over 5,000 baskets to needy families. This was a hard job to do. Can you imagine 5,000 empty boxes that had to be filled by individuals? Turkeys, canned goods, toiletries, stuffing. It was a job, but we made it. The way it consists of, we have boxes and we just have big old assembly line. So each individuals are assigned to various stations. You might be on the canned goods station, turkey station, stuffing stations, you name it. But the end result was once the box made it to the end of the line, that's when that worthy and humble individual was waiting on that beautiful Christmas basket. I want to tell you a little bit about priorities. A lot of times we have to prioritize our priorities in our daily life, work life, etc. Every year, June the 30th is our end of our fiscal year. So what that entails, we have to have all our budget stuff completed by June the 30th, which means every division within city government have to have all of their extensions, amendments, you name it, has to be complete. So it's very hard because, as you know, divisions will wait to the last minute and say, oh, my contract expires June the 1st, I want to extend it or amend it. But as you know, it must be done before June the 30th each year. So it's very challenging because we have to actually have our operating budget in place by January 1 of each year. So divisions are scrounging around and trying to find money or spend money. So it makes it very challenging. I want to briefly talk about going over and beyond the call of duty. Each and every day in our life, we should actually try to help someone and just go over and beyond to extend that friend a friendship, a token of love, or something to just go over and beyond. I had a coworker once that was out sick for a couple of months, so we actually had to team up and help him with some of his divisions. You can imagine divisions calling every 30 minutes saying, "Hey, where's my contract? Well, I need to have this funds encumbered. Well, I need to have some checks cut." So very, very challenging, but we actually made it through. Very rewarding in the end because everybody did a great job. I want to kind of briefly talk about working under pressure. As you know, every day we have different levels of pressure in our life, whether it's family, kids, you name it. City Zoo, which is about a 12-hour daily function, we had one of our chillers to go out, and I got the call around 3:45. About an hour left for me to go home, and the division director said, "Hey, I have a chiller down. Polar bears uh, not going to make it." And I said, "Oh, wow." So, and to make a long story short, I had to get on the telephone, find a good certified uh, distributor, HVAC specialist. Had to get him out to the zoo within an hour. Um, Backups wasn't working, so we had no chiller at all. Make a long story short, I worked very hard, talked to the supplier, got the quotes, got the insurance, everything completed within an hour and 30 minutes. I was very, very happy because I did not want anything to happen to our beloved, precious polar bears. And my director was very, very pleased that I got it done that day. I want to give another good example of initiatives. A lot of times in our workplace, we see things that can maybe be corrected, maybe could be better, or can actually be talked about to maybe make the job easier for all. One time we had a daily staff meeting, and I bring up a suggestion about, hey, maybe we should actually have a meeting on Fridays instead of like kind of like throughout the week or sporadically. So we started having meetings every Friday to kind of look at your work and go over what you've done. And so when Monday comes, you kind of have a fresh start, a better start, and was actually more acclimated into getting your work process. This came out to be a very good tool that we worked and actually incorporated in our staff meetings. And I was very pleased, and my supervisors were very impressed that I took the initiative to kind of think of something, how to make our job better and make it more easier and less stressful. Once again, thank you for watching my video. Just a little bit about myself. My name is Cedric Hamilton. Thank you.